go, brownies, here we go. Here we go, brownies, here we go. Here we go, brownies, here we go. Here we go, here we go. Here we go, brownies, here we go. Here we go, brownies, here we go. Here we go, brownies, here we go. Here we go, here we go. Cleveland is the city and town, orange and brown. You know what's going down, we reppin' that dog pound. Fans going crazy, dogs want a bone. Offense headed straight to the end zone. Ground game, pound game, this is our season. Now we need to stop. Let's go defense, special team, running back 6 for the score. Extra point good and the whole crowd roar. Here we go, brownies, here we go. Here we go, brownies, here we go. Here we go, brownies, here we go. Here we go, here we go.
Well. well. Anyway, Locked on Sports 216, Cleveland Browns post game with me and Ed in Columbus. Cleveland Browns took it on the chin. Good Lord. 45-14. Feel free to comment. The chat lines is open. Matter of fact, we can go to some of the comments real quick. Go get brownies. You had to go pick them up.
Keith, maybe
what's up? What's up, my guy Aaron Cowder? What's up with you, my kid, my guy? Man.
Keith, do you think that comment about the brownies meant get the kind of brownies with the extra ingredients in them, maybe?
Maybe so. Could be. Could be. I was talking to my son during the game, and he like, your people need to get their stuff together. They need to step it up at halftime.
It didn't. I don't know. Here's the thing. I mean, obviously the defense played like Joe Woods' defense in previous years. I don't know what blown assignments, uncharacteristic. But you're right. But all I kept hearing on X was, Jim Schwartz is a master of the second half adjustments, and I don't know if we'll ever really know because Flacco throwing those 2 pick sixes. I don't know if we'll ever know if the defense really would have fixed itself or not. I doubt it. I mean, Stroud was just moving the ball down the field at will, so. I think a total F by the Browns defense. They obviously didn't show up in Houston, and that's the most disappointing thing about today's game. And, I see this, and I just want to – I got one big thing I got to get out. This is my for real moment here. This is my for real moment. The heck of a season, good season. I'm proud of this team. I see those posts and stuff, and I want to say, you know what? You're absolutely right. That was all-encompassing of the regular season. But this wasn't the regular season, Keith. This was a chance in the postseason to go get a Super Bowl trophy, something the Browns and Cleveland have not done ever. And the last championship was 1964. But I'm sick of the congratulatory heck of a season. No, we blew it today. And we can look back and say it was a heck of a regular season. But really, they don't hand out trophies in the regular season, only in the second season, the postseason. And the Browns laid an egg today. And that has to be talked about. That has to be made sure it never happens again. And you know what? The pad's on the back. Hey, that was last week. That was 2 weeks ago. Today, we have every right to be mad. We blew a chance.
My son just said the offensive tackles were terrible. Good Lord, you was right, Keith.
Not the only position that was terrible, though.
Honestly, I'm going to say this. Only, how can I say? I can only see 3 or 4 people that actually showed up to the game in Browns uniforms.
Let's play a game. You name one and I name one until we run out of names. You can go first. You can go
David
first.
Njoku.
J.O.K.
Damn, that's the only one on defense.
I knew it was
that was the only one on defense.
Yep.
David Bell.
One. David Bell, okay. But now we're really splitting hairs. Now we're really getting okay.
You got one more. We went 3.
Let's Kareem Hunt. I'll give Kareem Hunt
Yeah,
props.
Kareem Hunt. Yeah, he scored both the touchdowns.
Yeah, we'll give. Okay, now where are you going with this?
Ain't nobody else.
No,
There's only
fair
four
enough.
people that came.
You
Only
know?
4 people that went to Houston. The rest of the team, I was going to go in. My son told me not to go in all the way. Like I want to.
Do
But
it. Give me a name and I will.
I'm going to say this. All those people that were praising Joe Flacco
Mm.
and shitting on Deshaun Watson in his expense,
Mm.
fuck y'all.
Well, that's nice. That's a nice thing to
Fuck y'all.
say.
Fuck y'all. The carriage turned into a pumpkin today.
He was wearing the appropriate helmet.
And the fucked up part about it is he been doing it ever since he put on the orange brown, but y'all glossed over it.
Well, when they showed the statistics, the 13 touchdowns, but then the 8 interceptions, I knew it was high, but I didn't realize it was 8. That's a lot.
I knew it was 8. I've been saying it for the longest. And I said no turnovers because against what I say in the pregame, against this team, you turn the ball over, they're going to make you pay.
And we couldn't get turnovers. And I talked about that as well and being opportunistic. It's like, that's this thing about the Browns team has been, Flacco's been turning it over, but they've been getting saved because the defense was making plays. When you see a game where the defense struggles.
Check out. We've been getting saved because we was playing Chicago.
Right.
The Jets.
Right. I mean, you're not wrong.
Teams with offenses that wasn't about jack shit.
Yeah. We faced a real NFL offense today and
we faced the offense today and we got cooked.
That CJ Stroud's going to be pretty good, isn't he?
Yeah, that guy went to the Ohio State University. But let me say this though. Shouts out to the Houston Texans. It was a total team win for the Texans because they ran it on us whenever they felt like it. CJ Stroud passed on us whenever he felt like it. The defense had their way with the offense, especially the offensive line. Good Lord. They can't. Oof.
It hurts talking about it. I know.
Remember what I told you, what I said in the pregame when I said, I'm cool with the interior.
Right.
But there's still 2 dudes at the end, them tackles. Them tackles. And lo and behold, all the pressure that came at Flacco, except in a few instances, came from the outside of the tackles. Christian and Hudson.
We knew their names today. You said if we don't hear their names, we saw their names a few times.
Oh, yes, we did. But the most alarming thing of the game, period, the defense didn't show up at all today. CJ Stroud did he touch the ground? Did he get hit?
I don't.
Anybody touch him?
They kind of did after. They were kind of trying to, but it was always after the play was after. And I talked about it in the pregame. I said, that's nice, but you got to get it before the initial contact with him. Like, do something to the ball, and we just never did.
I could have swore that was one of my points of the game. Was to give him to be physical and make CJ Stroud feel you. He didn't even touch him.
He felt us all right, but it was one of those after he's looking back at us and seeing our heads down because he had thrown
TFIO, the future is ours. I'm not a Browns fan.
Good for you.
Well, good for you today. You saved yourself. Yeah. You saved yourself the misery today because, goddamn, we stank. We stunk it up today and everything. You got a question? What's the question?
Hopefully we have an answer.
What's the question? Hopefully we got an answer for
Browns
today.
Didn't have any answers today for the Texans offense, I'll tell you that.
Show the fuck did. They showed it. Oh, that's what they didn't have a clue of what to do against the Texans.
Where do you want to dissect this at? Where do you want to go with this, Keith? I'll let you play surgeon right now, and I'll assist here. What do you want? Where do you want to go? We're going for the throat. We going for the. What are we doing here?
Let me ask you this:
Yeah.
do you think this team was prepared to play today?
I think offensively they were. We could look Flacco's 2 picks horrible in the second half. We were up 14-10 after our defense had given up a bad touchdown, and then they did it right back again and gave up that lead to 17-14. I felt like once our defense made 2, possessions basically back to back, that it's like, our offense went down, scored, and it's like right away. It wasn't like they went on a 13-play, 8-minute drive against us like every team did against the Buckeyes this year. No, CJ Stroud just went 2 plays, 56 yards. It's like, they literally Joe Woods us today. That's what I have a problem with. We look like a Joe Woods defense. And yes, critical mistakes by Joe Flacco, 24-14, throws those 2 picks. I get that. I totally get that. But to me, honestly, if Joe Flacco would have played a perfect game today, maybe we win 38-35. Our defense was never going to stop them. And that's what I have a problem with. Yes, Flacco was probably the number 1 culprit, 2 picks. Inexcusable. I get that. But more inexcusable to me was the defense, because the whole team knows the defense is the heart and soul of it. Myles Garrett's actually stood up at the podium this year, and I think he's taken on more of a leadership role. And basically everybody on the defense ends the word. That's where the studs are. That's where the playmakers are. We know this is a defensive team first. And for them today to go out there and set the tone of the game where, basically it was going to turn out into the shootout. And it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't like the Texans were going on 10, 13 play drives, eating up minutes, and we just couldn't stop them, but we were getting close to. They just literally just had their way with us. And we're talking about a rookie quarter. At the end of the day, CJ Stroud is still a rookie quarterback. And I thought, we're going to confuse him. He's going to look pedestrian against us. He looked like he owned us. He actually looked better against us, who's the number 1 defense, than he had looked against the whole year. You could argue this was his best game.
Let's say this. My man Tiff House said just brutal.
Correct.
And he said they were prepared. The defense was flat. Those pick six. Yeah, those pick sixes.
Here's the thing. I agree with that, but I don't agree with that. The pick 6 ended it. Yes, I totally agree with that. But I feel like it was 24-14 when the first pick 6 happened. Our defense was flat before then, but it wasn't just flat. It was giving up big plays. They set the tone for the game where maybe, like I said, if they would just been a normal defense like they had been. Well, you know what, Keith? Let's rewind. They hadn't been normal all year on the road. They're a different team at home compared to the road. And I think it caught up to – look at – if we played the Colts, it was the same thing against the Colts. We gave up 38 points. It was the same kind of game. The offense needed to score that many points against them, and they couldn't get it done today.
And dude, I'm about to post up with my dude just said just now, and I agree with him. And I was thinking that on a couple of plays.
How many missed tackles did they have?
I'm a Lions fan, by the way. The Browns' defense was slow, soft, no intensity. Am I right?
That's a one.
My guy,
am I right?
You are damn right. You are damn right. And I'm going to also say something else. And I'm going to also say this. Shout out to Ronnie Cash, if you're watching. Remember after the Jets game, when we was on, and Ronnie said the Browns should have played the starters?
I know. Maybe.
Because it looked like they didn't have no edge. It was like this team was just sleepwalking. Like Facebook used to, they picked on no. Oh, yes, they did. Greg Newsom, for all that talking he do on the field.
Would you say that if you had let's play goats of the game? So let's just like we had the stars of the game, which was 4 of them, then we had to stop because we couldn't go on any further than that. Let's play but you know what I'm saying. Who would you say is the culprit? I would say Greg Newsom, number 1. Flacco, number 2. I think Greg Newsom and Joe Flacco. You can put 1A and 1B, however you want to argue it. That's fine.
Yeah, he got exposed today. He got exposed big time.
I mean,
big time. He got exposed. Let me see what my man TFO the Futures are. Low effort. I'm neutral. And they even saw. Oh yeah. to me, it seemed like the Browns walked out there as though they were entitled to this win.
Mm.
Maybe I'm wrong. Or
I don't know.
maybe the Browns got used to hearing all the press clippings.
Here's what I think. I don't know. That may be true. That may be. We will never know. And you know what I'm saying? We'll never know. We're not in that locker room. But I will say one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to keep harping on it. They looked ill prepared, whether it was a mental thing, it definitely showed physically, but was that because of a mental thing or was it a lack of preparedness? They were missing tackles. Don't get me wrong, because that 76-yard, I get that. But there were a couple, they were missing assignments. They were wide, they were exposed. They were just, and it's just like, was that like, did they not study? Was it not a film room thing? Was it CJ Stroud first time they haven't seen him before? Like, what was it? I feel like not only were they slow from a physical standpoint, but they were out of place. They were not in the right position.
They over pursued on defense and used early aggressiveness against them. True. And it was alarming at that. It was very alarming. Poor tackling.
Yes, I mean, obviously, yeah. How many missed tackles?
Ooh, God. When the tight end beats you for a 79-yard touchdown.
Right. You got to stop this shit here. You got to stop. Just like Seattle.
I went to go pop me some popcorn after they scored that touchdown. When they went up 14-10. And dude got the 79-yard touchdown. Juzars, the Browns oddly played like preseason effort, and it's playoffs.
That would be
Very
more
bizarre.
accurate. Yeah, I thought they played more like
very bizarre. Yes, very bizarre. I feel for all you Browns fans.
Oh, go Lions. Yeah. You know what? I'll say this. Go Lions, by the way. Appreciate that. Great Lakes. Let's do it. I look at it this way. Hey, we didn't held up our end of the bargain. I know we played the Great Lakes Barge and had those preseason games that were stupidly epic for that stupid Barge trophy. But, hey, good luck. And, like I said, go win it then. Let it be the Lions year. Why not?
My dude said, and he said it right, not a reasonable end week. I'll be upset. You know what? It's so bad that you can't even be mad because they played like they didn't want it.
Yep.
They didn't want it. They played like they were scared.
Sad.
And all I kept hearing all week is Super Bowl defense. Number one defense.
Ooh, yeah.
Stroud is that good, extremely accurate. Yes, he is. The Browns should have not rested last week. Hey, second person, my man Ronnie Cash said the same thing.
Let's do this because I love to always, you know me, Keith. I love to troll things and like to be a little pissant. But let's do this. Let's piss people off here. I'll be real. Myles Garrett, where the hell were you, Myles Garrett? All I hear is you're better than TJ Watt, and you're better. TJ Watt, you say what you want about TJ Watt, and look, Myles Garrett deserves Defensive Player of the Year. I get that this year, but let's be real. TJ Watt, every game I've seen him in a playoff game, he at least makes one play. Now I know Myles Garrett had like 3 tackles and 2 solos or whatever, but he didn't make a play. Let's be real, he didn't make a play.
Myles Garrett was silent.
Yes, thank you.
He was silent. Like I said, he was silent. What's up, Greg Willer? What's up, my guy? Man. What's up, Angelique King? What's up, Lawrence Haley? What's up, y'all? Holla at us.
Yeah, tell us how wrong we are.
You is damn right. Damn right. Poor tackling. Stroud is that guy, though. I'm going to be honest. He is that guy. But damn.
Now that Stroud did it against the number one defense, if you had to take the number one pick overall in the whole NFL, like re-pick every single player, I'm taking CJ Stroud number 1.
Wow. Somewhere.
Seriously, you got to take a quarterback number 1. I think he's the best young quarterback in this league. I think he's better than mine. Tell me I'm wrong. He's played what he says. Tell me I'm wrong. What has he got? Let's see here. 23-5. He didn't have any. So we have 3 times. What, he's 26-5. I beat the Browns.
Somewhere David Tepper is in Carolina choking on one of his cigars. Like, damn it.
You could have had that guy. He could
have had that guy. But because your quarterback that you have now ate scallops on his meal, you're 2-15.
And I don't even think he's look. I'll be real with you. At least Baker, you could say what you want about him, but Baker has good games back. I mean, maybe Bryce Young. I think he's just always going to be like that. You know, his ceiling is going to be just so much low. Stroud's a star. Like I'm already putting him in the Dan Marino category already.
Dude.
I already am. I am. I think he's that good. Tell me I'm wrong. I think he's that good. He's that good.
He is that good. Lions hopeful, but could you imagine Stafford taking us out? Hey, I actually predicted that's going to happen tomorrow.
But I did not. Hey, my guy,
I
the
did.
future is. Yeah,
I got a feeling.
Yeah.
Cringe, praying that ain't our ending. Well, even if it is your ending that Stafford takes y'all out, at least hopefully y'all don't get the brakes beat off y'all like the Browns got beat in front of everybody when you the only show on the road. The only show. And they got their ass whooped like that.
Well, I want to assure our friend here that's putting in the comments. I want to assure him you had the Rams winning 30-28. I
feel
Lions
for you Browns fans. Sick way to finish. Very sick. Very sick. Stafford coming home. He is coming home. Hopefully y'all pull it out though. Hopefully y'all pull it out. Tell Dan, when you're down there and you score a touchdown, just kick the extra point. Don't try to go for two. Just kick the extra point. But I mean, the Browns just looked like they wasn't ready to play. Like only 4 guys came on the trip. JOK came by himself. He came by himself on defense. He came by himself on defense. At least, close would be better, but it might be more painful.
I'll take the pain. I'll be real with you. If we would have lost by a last-second field goal or this or that, you know what? It would have sucked, but I wouldn't be so mad. Like I'm mad at our defense. Like I'm mad at this team. Like we had all these good feelings about them in the regular season. Now I'm mad.
Greg said the level of play they displayed was unsustainable. Injuries, third-string tackles, no running game. We were doomed to fall at some point. And remember what I said back when I said we ran against teams that offenses sucked.
Yeah.
Chicago.
Sucks.
Did you really fear Trevor Siemian?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
did you really fear Trevor Siemian? Did you really fear Kenny Pickett?
No.
I mean, for real. The only motherfucker that put fear in your heart in the second half of the season was Lamar. Lamar and Stafford and Russell Wilson. And you seen what happened. Russell Wilson had his way with our offense, and he ain't even throw for over 150 yards in that game. And if you looked at that game, you'd have thought Russell threw for about 2-something. And when I looked and seen he only threw for 134 yards.
CJ Stroud, do you think he's good enough to lead the Houston Texans on the Super Bowl run?
With this year is a quirky year. You never know, because actually, if you look at it, the AFC is wide open. Besides Baltimore, who do you really fear in the AFC for real? Besides Baltimore.
That's why it was the Browns' time. Like I'm so sick of other teams like the Eagles getting hot and doing it. Why can't it be Cleveland ever? Why?
What's up, Sean? Sean Hall said it too. Hello, guys. So disappointing with the loss. Miles was supposed to set the tone on defense. Where was that defensive player of the year candidate at? He was missing. He was on a milk carton. He didn't show up. Our defense got ate up like Swiss cheese. Sean Hall, you're damn right. You and Greg, spot on. My dude from Detroit, spot on. Spot on. Browns got their ass whooped. And honestly, all the Browns sins, things that you noticed that they were lacking in during the season. The tackles, garbage, caught up with them. Lack of a running game. Greg said, Miles been MIA. You right, Greg. He has. He's been MIA for weeks. You right. You're damn right. Sean, remember what we was talking about when everybody was shitting on Deshaun Watson? Flacco mania, making records. Flacco this, Flacco that. Flacco was trash today through 2 interceptions. Two for pick sixes, Sean. The other one should have been picked. Shouldn't have, yeah, the other one shouldn't have been picked. So embarrassing for our team. Yeah, he was trying to throw the first one away. Then that second one, actually, the game was still, even though they was down 31-14. I don't know. I don't know if you go for it or you punt it or something or. But I guess Kevin.
Flacco had a
I
good
guess
first half. I
yeah.
think.
I guess Kevin said that damn, our defense ain't doing shit. So I might as well go for it on fourth down. And we down 31-14.
Yeah, I don't blame him. What were we gonna do? I mean,
where was it gone? The Browns were soft, slow, no intensity. Like I said, Ronnie Fields might have been right. Might have been on to something. oh yeah, this is. See now. Sean said, I miss Watson. At least I truly believe Watson would have been a better play than Flacco's ability in play.
Yeah, of course. I mean, he had a bad game. I mean, I'll say this. He had a bad second half. His first half was actually good. You look at it. It was
but
good.
Actually, if you look at it, Flacco was true to form that he's been doing.
Exactly. Right. I mean, it's just usually he starts off bad and gets good. This game, he started out good. It was shitty the second half. It was the opposite.
He was true to form of what he's been doing. He's been throwing picks all year since he got here.
Well, I'll say this. I think Watson and this, because I know with this whole Watson Flacco debate. Look, we've always been level-headed on this show. We know that Deshaun's our quarterback next year and Flacco's fun for this year, but we knew he had his limitations. He turned into a pumpkin. That's fine, but I don't think it with the Baker Wars. People want to fight about this whole Watson thing. Watson definitely would have been better. Anybody that throws whatever like that was going to be better. Watson was playing good. He got hurt. I don't know why it has to be a war, but people want to make it a war. And you know what? I'll play.
I think what it is, Ed, I'm gonna say this. People was praising Flacco at Watson's expense. People didn't even fuck with this football team when Watson was quartering, or when DTR was quartering, or when PJ Walker was quartering.
I thought PJ Walker was the funnest.
You was, but the general folks just hopped on the bandwagon all of a sudden when Flacco came here. You see what I'm saying?
I mean,
when it was DTR, when it was PJ Walker, when it was Deshaun, all you heard about was they missteps.
Can I ask you a question? Because I know Cleveland civic history, but there was a thing in the 70s, and it happened in the Cleveland school district, and it caused a migration of people to the suburbs.
Said Flacco out of style like disco. Oh. Go ahead, Ed. Say what you gonna say.
Well, like I said, you know Cleveland. So remember Cleveland in the 70s when they had the thing with the Cleveland school district, like most school districts in America with the federal. I won't even name the program, but we all know what it was. And it sent the people out to the suburbs. You know, are you feeling that the Flacco infusion caused a lot of the same kind of peoples to get on this bandwagon? If you know what I mean.
Now you see what I'm saying. Now.
I know.
I can't say it. My son told me not to say that.
Fair enough.
But my son said, we don't want you to get canceled, Pops.
That's fair. That's why I'm not naming the federal program, nor am I naming But I think you're onto something, Keith, and that's fine. Yeah. But I hope it's not that way.
Because I have to give you, remember when I talked to you and I said, I can give you two games that had two same results, but you heard two different narratives.
Yeah, I know where you're going. It kind of reminds me of the Baker Bros, and it kind of has those same kind of lines drawn. Lines, is that fair to say?
About 60 years of losing. Sean Hall said Brown's team has to stop.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree too. I agree. My man Greg said average quarterback during the season wins regular season games. Average quarterback playing the playoff. Amen. Amen to that.
It was, but
Greg,
here's the thing. Flacco played worse than average that second half. He was disastrous.
whew, he was a torch.
I wish
And
he
what
was just average. I wish he was just average.
and what did I say during the pregame? I said no turnovers.
Maybe we should have stopped saying that. It
No
never helped.
turnovers.
Never listen. They never listen, Keith.
They never do. And I said this. I said I'm gonna say it. No turnovers. And they're gonna fuck around.
They fucked around today. They flacked out.
Take care, guys. Much respect for Browns fans. Lions, Browns are brothers. Salute. Good luck to the Lions tomorrow.
Good luck.
You know, you got one that says the Lions gonna win. You got one that says
No Rams. Which is you, Keith.
yeah. Greg said when you can win games with PJ Walker and DTR, Stefanski is coach of the year. True.
Well, I mourned D'Amico Ryans now. He kicked our ass today. I know it's only a regular season award and today shouldn't count, but it kind of should count, I think.
Yeah, it was coach of the year, Bo, and
I mean,
it got bad real quick. It got bad. How can I say this? But the defense, I was more disappointed in the defense. For real.
Yeah, me too.
They
were supposed to be
honestly,
the rock stars. They were supposed to be the rock stars.
Yeah, they're supposed to do the thing. Because honestly, Flacco threw the interceptions, but really, is anybody really surprised?
No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm really not.
For real. Is anybody really shocked that he threw 2 picks?
No, I knew he would throw at least one, but I was hoping it wouldn't be a pick 6.
Threw 2 of them.
No.
Threw 2 of them. But the thing that was more alarming was the defense. They didn't touch C.J. Stroud. They ran on us when they felt like it. They did anything in that playbook that they wanted to try, they did, and it was successful.
Speaking of that playbook, that belonged to the young offensive coordinator for the Houston Texans, who I think will get a job as an NFL
I was just thinking that too.
Yeah,
he's going to be gone next year. So,
yeah,
Houston, enjoy your moment. You better try to get to the Super Bowl this year because
he's a good one. Yeah,
he's going to be gone because you got to think. You got him, Bieniemy.
Yeah,
Bieniemy don't get a coaching job. I don't understand.
I don't either, and I don't want him to.
Actually, Washington should give him a chance.
I was thinking that, but maybe I hope for him. I hope he just gets a job, so I wouldn't mind that. But for Bieniemy, that Washington thing, maybe with Magic Johnson and the new ownership group, it'll be better because they've been kind of cursed like the Browns are when it comes to.
But you got to give him some tools to work with. You can't have Sam Howell back there. Come on.
Speaking of Flacco, like Sam Howell, throw for 500 yards and throw you 6 interceptions a game.
You can't, but like I said, that Steichen kid gonna be gone.
Yeah.
He gonna be gone. So, Houston, you better enjoy the ride, and you better try to get as far as you can get.
But I think with C.J. Stroud, I think he's that good. I think he'll be fine with any coordinator they bring in. He just seems like he's just that good.
And think about this. The thing with C.J. Stroud is you never heard of Nico Collins until
he makes wide receivers better. He makes them better.
You never heard of Tank Dell till this year. Noah Brown, I knew of Noah Brown from Dallas.
But not to the level.
He did nothing less than desired. And Noah Brown didn't even have a good game.
Bring up the Facebook comment. I'm glad whoever this is, you're absolutely right. I was thinking that I thought about this 2 weeks ago, and I was wondering. I remember in the old days.
Wait a minute,
that makes sense. He's right.
Greg, you right about that.
The first defensive coordinator, I think, with what's his face, the Chris Palmer. I think it was Palmer's defensive coordinator.
The expansion era.
Yeah.
The expansion era of the Browns.
It was Slowick. Yeah, that was a defensive coordinator, I think, under Chris Palmer, I think in 99 or 2000 when they came back, obviously. And then Butch Davis obviously took over after that, but got his own, that Fazio or whatever, one of the Fazio or whatever. So, but yeah, Slowick. I remember that name. Got some smart people on here, locked on.
Yes, Greg. Thanks for that. Let's see. If Houston plays that game is going to be a good one, Sean.
high
If
scoring,
Houston
probably.
plays the Ravens, it's going to be high scoring.
Yeah.
But the thing is, only thing I give Baltimore the edge is their defense is going to make C.J. Stroud feel them.
We thought that about the Browns. We thought the Browns were going to do that. See, maybe
No,
I don't know. At this point, tell me,
no,
CJ Stroud
no.
doesn't fail.
Baltimore is a different beast.
I hope you're right, almost in a way, because I
I'm
don't know.
telling you, they're a different beast. Our team played with no heart, no intensity. They play like bitches out there, for real, for real. They did.
So, would you say this problem with the Browns team? Would you say the Browns defense is more talented than the Ravens? They just don't have letdown games, and what is it? Because we were ranked ahead of
Nah,
them. I
I'm gonna
mean,
say this. I'm gonna say this. They I think the Browns defense got used to hearing all the press clippings.
that's fair. I mean, obviously,
John Hall said facts. Honestly, I think they got used to hearing, and I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why this team thought they was entitled to a victory in the playoffs.
yeah,
See, the thing was, everybody kept saying Cleveland was going to beat Houston.
yeah.
Even some guy, I forgot the guy on ESPN that was interviewing CJ Stroud during the week, even said, "Oh, nobody's giving y'all a
Oh,
chance and everything."
McAfee. It was McAfee.
Pat
In his,
McAfee,
yeah.
yes. Everybody said didn't give Houston a chance.
That's
And
right.
and when you remember the year when the Browns last went to the playoffs and they had to play Pittsburgh and everybody went down with COVID, nobody gave the Browns a chance.
Mm,
And next thing you know, the Browns was up 28 to nothing in the first quarter.
yeah.
Because when you back that dog into a corner, that dog comes out biting.
Today we were the entitled dog that didn't decide to go get a meal. I guess.
See, Greg said it like I said. Ravens is a different beast
They might, and like I said, most than likely, if I was going to bet, I would say they would win by at least 14, or probably, but
because the Ravens are going to make C.J. Stroud feel them. Roquan Smith is going to be in that dude face. Then another thing that made a big difference is there was no Anthony Walker out there.
are the Browns soft?
Are the Browns soft?
The Browns soft? Yes or no? I mean, I think they kind of. I think the answer is yes. You look at Baltimore, look at Pittsburgh, look at San Francisco's defense, look at all these other defense, even the Chicago Bears defense. I think I think we have playmakers and skill, and they're really good athletically, like Denzel Ward. But I think when it comes to I think they're kind of.
They
soft.
don't have. How can I say this?
Uh,
And I'm gonna get what you're saying. I got what you're saying now. They don't have that ass whooper.
Yeah, because
That
Terrell Tate
one
is kind of
motherfuckers really fear.
right.
That one people fear.
Like we had Eric Turner back in the day. People feared Eric
Yeah.
Backbone Turner.
Right. They don't got that guy like that.
Yeah.
They don't got that middle linebacker like that.
No.
JOK a dog, but imagine if he had a Roquan Swift in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
They ain't got that dude. And honestly, with a second round pick, they can either get a receiver or if they can find a middle linebacker that's available that can
so
kick
nice.
ass.
Yes, I would love a kick-ass middle linebacker.
Kick ass middle linebacker, you got to value the Mike position.
I do. See, I do. These GMs, they just don't for whatever reason. I think it's a very crucial position on the field. They're basically the QB of the defense if they're the right guy. Like, I don't get it.
Correct. Very correct. And like I said, they don't fear us because Myles Garrett is a nice guy. You know what I'm saying? He's a nice guy. He don't have that mean nastiness streak where like Roquan Smith, TJ Watt,
Yeah.
they literally ready to destroy you, destroy your family, take your girlfriend, fuck her, make her suck your. Stop.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm just saying,
Right.
they need somebody out there as a Mike that's ready to take your cookies.
Yeah. Take your head off. Take that head off.
Yes, take your head off. Take your head off and just step on it as
Right,
they're going back to the
right.
sideline.
Thank you. Desecrate the body. Let's go.
Yeah, we don't have that.
Yeah.
We don't have that. Anthony Walker is the leader, but he's going to be gone next year.
Yeah, and he's old and he's up there.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean,
he's often injured. So I mean, he's not doing, no good. Greg said Cleveland was just a feel good story. The Browns surprised everyone this year in lieu of their injuries. Deshaun Watson, etc. If you tell a lie enough, you'll begin to believe that lie.
see, that's the great thing. When I tell a lie, I believe it right away. I don't have to try to convince myself. So if it feels good to me, it's reality. So I love that. So
And I gotta say this, yeah, the injuries played a part, but damn, you still won 11.
yeah,
Still won 11, and it is what it is and stuff. I mean, honestly, the shocking thing was that the defense just, because if you look at the stats, total yards,
we were
Houston only
moving.
outgained us 32 yards, and the Browns had 11 minutes more field position.
Wow.
And you still get beat by
It's just,
31?
you know what it was? It was those quick strikes. CJ Stroud just methodically, like a surgeon, went down the field with the chunk plays. There's those big chunk
Yes.
plays. We gave up too many big chunk plays.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And that was alarming. But you know what? It's not surprising. Brown's been giving up those big plays all year.
Yeah.
It just today the chickens came home to roost on the Browns.
Yeah. Everything caught up.
All
Everything
their
caught up.
deficiencies got caught up with. All their deficiencies got caught up with today. Man, the tackle situation. Woo. But if you down to your, let's see, 1, 2, 3, fourth and fifth tackle and sixth tackle, really, what is you gonna do?
Play
For real,
defense.
for real.
I don't know. That's the thing. Like, it's as bad as it is in all these different positions. It's like I just feel like if the defense would have
Sean, you're right too, along with Greg. Kevin should still be coach of the year. Still should be. It's a regular season award.
I feel like D'Amico
Regular
got
season. But if they throw today into that pot,
I don't know how you can't as a vote. Like, I know they say you can. It's like a jury that hears the evidence, but they tell you disregard that evidence. You still heard it. You still heard it.
Yeah. But I ain't worried about that coach of the year shit right now.
I'm so
For real.
yeah. Like I want
I
trophies.
ain't worried about it.
Yeah.
I'm worried about it now. We got to talk about something that we normally talk about a week earlier or about a month or two earlier. The draft.
We have
free
a draft
agency.
pick this year, right? We have a draft pick this year?
No, we got a second round pick this year.
Okay, that counts. Okay, that's a big pick. That
still counts, yeah. The draft, free agency, and the Browns might have to make some tough decisions this year concerning for 2024.
Kareem Hunt, thank you for your service, but you probably won't be back.
Yeah. But honestly, I would take him over Ford right now, for real.
Yeah, but I just think Ford's basically how much, $1 million. I mean, he ain't even really.
They're not paying him, so they're not really paying. He's a fifth round pick, so they're not going to pay Ford.
I got paid $4.5 million this year, and obviously he'd probably want around the same, I would think, at least $5 million.
Same, if not more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so we'll see.
And you got to decide what you're going to do with Nick Chubb this year.
You got to bring him back. I mean, I don't know. Just bring him back and hope he's good.
That's what I said. You got to bring him back.
What is there to think about? I mean, you got
to decide what you're going to do with Amari Cooper this year.
You hope to try to get him I don't know. What do you 3 year? How much do you want to give him a year?
Because he got one more year, but people is talking about at the end of this.
Bring him back, I think if you bring him back, you have to extend him at least 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, you're gonna have to, because I don't see another number one receiver in sight.
You have to draft somebody.
Yeah, Greg said Deshaun has to restructure that contract.
He'll do that.
Well, a lot of folks will be leaving. He'll do that.
They'll do that,
They'll
and
do
a
that.
lot of folks will be leaving anyways because not
They'll do
only
that.
it's not Deshaun's contract that's going to make people leave. Everybody else is
No.
getting paid too. And Joku's contract is still getting
Yeah.
paid a lot. I mean, you got Chubb's contract. I mean, you got other people, Miles Garrett. I mean, they're all getting paid. These people, Denzel Ward's contract. I mean, it's not just Watt. I know it's a majority of it, but I don't look at it that way. They're going to every year they're going to restructure Watson contract, and every year you have to get younger like Kansas City. So just like Kareem, thank you, but Ford's still cheaper. Some positions you're going to have to go that, but I still think what you got to do, like you said, is either get a stud wide receiver in the draft or get a middle linebacker in the draft. Positions that you need those so much,
Yes, you do. Definitely. Some shakeups on defense, not much, maybe.
I agree with that.
Sean, you're right. You're right, Sean. I agree with you and Greg. You're right.
There will be much.
I think they need a dog ass middle linebacker.
And you can get one cheap and get one in the draft if you want. I mean,
yes, exactly. Because one person I thought they should have tried to sign this past year was Bobby Wagner.
I would have loved that. Why not? Maybe, because he knows the position. He's one of the best ever at it.
Right. Jim Short's probably leaving anyways, maybe.
I don't know after today. I mean, here's the thing, like hot coaching commodity. Do you think he's going to would you hire Jim Schwartz as your head coach? I would not.
No, he's already tried it once.
It's horrible. It was horrible, and he's a good defensive coordinator. But what makes you think that he deserves to be? I don't know, especially after today's game. Like, tell me what if I'm an owner? I mean, there's other hot candidates that are younger. I don't know what is this whole Jim Schwartz love affair? I don't know.
Right. They just said that the stir up talk after this showing. I think Schwartz is safe here.
Yeah, I agree.
I think after this out,
he sealed his fate today. He's staying next year. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Greg said goodbye, Juan Thornhill.
Hope, but I don't think so. I think it'll be. I don't know. Then how many years was his contract? I don't know.
Thornhill?
Yeah.
Thornhill, I think a year or two.
Maybe. If it's anything you can get out of it.
No, I think it was like a 3-year deal.
I think it was.
I think his was like a 3-year deal.
Yeah.
But I didn't notice him for real.
No, Hickman, obviously, he was too big for the moment today. He got burned.
Oh, Hickman looked like Jared Allen last basketball season out there. Because I think that tight end was his guy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was. Yeah.
Goodbye, Juan Thornhill. It's a possibility. Browns got to make some tough decisions next year. I'll just say that. Well, actually, later on this year, but next season they got to make some tough decisions come March. So, I mean, wow. Now, Eddie. Well, let's say good points. The good was the regular season. It was exciting.
Yes.
But do you have any victory from the regular season that sticks out to you that was a highlight of the season?
I think it was obviously. I think it all got to the mountaintop. I think when they clinched against the Jets. But here's what it was. Your question is so hard to answer. Here's why. I felt like the season wasn't just one season. It was many seasons because of the quarterback situation.
Right. Sean Hall said the Browns going to need some real dogs on offensively and defensively. Yeah, because I think you're not going to see what's the offensive line? The first right tackle?
Conklin.
I don't think you're going to see Conklin here next year. I was puzzled when they signed him to that extension, honestly.
I don't understand that. That make no sense to me.
I was like, huh?
Yeah, But getting back to my point, and I see another comment coming up. This is what my point was. Through all the different mini seasons that we had, that would be the
that
best
was mine. Yeah, that was mine, Greg too. Shout out to Greg Willer. That was mine. The Baltimore game.
The Baltimore
game.
And then it quickly got bad because we found out Deshaun was out for the season.
Yeah, it was like the minute you can grasp air and you had that Terrell Owens moment, like, that's my quarterback.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, 3 days later, like, Kumo Dise had to go see the doctor and found out that his shoulder was torn off, ankle was bad and everything. He probably wouldn't even played in the Pittsburgh game anyway.
Right.
But to me, Baltimore was the landmark victory because it showed as a team that we arrived, and Deshaun arrived as the Browns quarterback.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But also, to me, it wasn't just the arrival. I think it was the survival more. Because if we lose that
Yes.
Baltimore game, I think that the whole complexities of
Season, yeah, the season changes,
yeah,
shifts
because now
from that.
Pittsburgh's ahead of us in the like. I don't think we make the playoffs if we don't because it would have set in motion things that would. So yeah, it has to be number one, Baltimore.
Sean Hall said, meantime, looking forward to
We
the
should
Cavs
always be
season.
looking forward to Cavs season. We're Clevelanders, right? That's what we do. That's what we do.
Damn it, I'm looking forward to the Cleveland State season.
I
No,
knew you were going there. I knew. That's fair.
they lost last night, so
Who?
shit. Cleveland, they lost to Milwaukee, Milwaukee last night. Wisconsin, Milwaukee last night.
Okay.
Lost 88-80. They threw a left hook to me. They threw a curveball at me. I tried to go on and watch at 8. I thought the game was coming on at 8. The game came on at 6. I said, damn it. What y'all do that to me for?
Was
Why y'all do that?
Was it home or away?
It was in Milwaukee.
Well, that's an hour behind. So they play the game at 5 o'clock?
Yeah.
Wow, that is a monkey wrench in that thing.
Threw me all off. All off. Like I said, the Browns' victory, but today was like the low, honestly, because I never would have thought. If you told me all season the defense held it down for the most part, except, but on the road, they've been a different defense on the road.
Yeah.
And I just think they came in entitled, like we just waltz in here and we're going to beat Houston and we're going to go play Baltimore or whoever. And they forgot that they had a game today.
See, I think it would have been better. I think strategically, like looking back at it, I think the problem with the Browns defense is to your one of our Cheddar's point was, the over-aggression. The problem was the over-aggression on our Browns defense. We didn't make it harder for CJ Stroud. He just sped up his delivery and delivered the ball quicker, and we got burned. So maybe we should have played more zone and not and maybe try to confuse them with different coverages that way because our pressure wasn't getting to him, and he's just murdering us and slicing us up.
Sean said, who you guys got winning it all?
Give me the 49ers. I don't know.
Like I said, in Lamar I trust. I got Baltimore.
Yeah.
I think it's their year. If they don't win it this year, I don't know when they're going to win it. For real.
Next year. I know they're losing Odell, but they finally, I think, got some receivers in Baltimore that they can have. So Zay Flowers and who's the other cat they got? I mean, they got some players now.
And Mark Andrews,
coming back,
has been designated to return.
Yeah, so
now if they can get him back next week, or they might not need him back next week, but if they can get him back by the championship game.
That's just right. Another wrinkle in their arsenal.
Yes. Sean Hall said, I'm picking Baltimore too.
That's not a bad choice. Not a bad choice.
If they don't win it this year, win.
I thought that about Michigan, and Michigan went out and won it. I felt that way about the Wolverines.
That's how I felt that way about the Wolverines. I said, if they don't win it this year, when are they going to win it? And that's how I feel. Like I said, when I said on We Like Sports, the year of Harbaugh.
Yeah, well, so far it's come to fruition, and it continues on next week, whoever they play. Now, who will they play? Let's see here, because now the Titans were the 4th seed, and so they will play. So then basically it comes down to Buffalo and Pittsburgh. So if Buffalo wins, who was the 2nd seed, they will play Texans, and then it will be that would be and the Ravens would play the winner of Okay. Well,
I'm a sore sport. I'm not watching no more football.
You're not going to watch the Frozen game between Tua and Mahomes?
No.
Okay. Fair enough.
No. My team didn't win. I'm going to watch the game. No, I'll be at work. Shit. Yeah. I'm going to still watch the game. I'm going to watch the Dallas game tomorrow.
Oh, I love it. I love
watching
this. Yeah, that's
I'm gonna watch. My mind's gonna be in Jerry World tomorrow.
Yeah, those are iconic teams, and I love to see them. I remember in the mid '90s when Reggie White, who could have could have come to Cleveland. He went to Green Bay, was in the NFC Championship game against Dallas, and they had lost or whatever like that, and then they come back whatever the next year and they get it done. But, yeah, I love Dallas and Green Bay. That's always an iconic matchup.
Greg said the Dolphins look like penguins frozen already.
Wow. Out of all the streaming services I got because my kids sign up for shit that I don't want, I actually do have Peacock. I
got Peacock too. I got it too. So yeah, I'm just looking at Kevin Stefanski talk right now on Channel 3.
Oh, I've not listened. I've not listened to any of the post game when it comes to the Browns coaches. How did Kevin take it? Would you say?
He looks like the same Kevin. Kevin don't show no emotion. You know what I'm saying? You don't know whether he's happy or sad, for real, for real.
Well, I'm mad, I think, as a Browns fan. I'm mad at the way that it went down. And I think looking back at the season, it was a fun season. I had a fun ride on Locked On Sports 216, and we're not done yet. There's, like I said, the Browns season never ends, Keith. The Browns season never ends.
Greg said Miami looked frozen already.
Yeah, I'm watching it. Actually, I just turned it on. And
what's the score?
It's 7-0, I think, Chiefs, I think.
Yeah. Miami gonna have a long, cold night.
They do the cold.
And Tua trying to get that money. I don't know.
What would you give? How many years would you give Tua? You have to give him 5, right? Obviously. How much money you giving him? $220 million? How much you giving him? I don't want to give him anything.
I don't know. I mean,
because okay, so obviously the Sean's is 230.
Greg said, "No need to hear excuses from Stefanski. It's over." Yeah.
I mean, Jalen Hurts got 219 guaranteed, but it was like 240, I think. Lamar was
260. He was 260. Yeah.
Herbert's was 270 or something.
Yeah, and Herbert ain't one shit.
I'm just saying, what are you giving Tua? What are you giving? I
don't know.
I don't either.
You probably got to give him at least Daniel Jones type money.
Yeah, was that
like a 3 or 4 year? Yeah, 3 or 4 year contract. Got to at least give him that because he's better than Daniel Jones, don't you think?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like too bad you couldn't give these quarterbacks like a 2-year deal, and then hopefully you could draft somebody like I'm saying. But you can't do that. They want that. They want that commitment. And
yeah, they want that long time commitment.
Oh, that's just it's like you got to really believe that's your guy. Then
Well, that's the thing that Dolphins got to worry about, and we don't.
Right, I agree. Sean looks like it. Like that's the thing. Like all these quarterbacks, the Baker situation in Tampa Bay, the Tua situation, all these other decisions that these organizations have to make. Say what you want about Deshaun looks like a steal to me compared to what those guys have.
I told people that back when he signed the contract. I said, by the time all these other guys start getting paid, and then people start rolling back around, like Dak Prescott about to roll back around soon. Deshaun's money gonna look like a Family Dollar discount. The Browns is just the first to the punch. That was it.
Yep.
And now that 230 don't look like shit now. For real.
Yeah, and it's only 3 more years. Seriously, like
3 years. That's it. That's it. It's a steal now. It's like I said, it's kind of like you remember when Tristan Thompson got paid for the Cavs.
The $82 million, the 3-year $82 million. Yes.
By the time that contract was over, it looked like a Family Dollar discount.
Yeah, and we got it compared to what Draymond got paid. I know Draymond was a little bit more of a complete player, but we got a steal, I think.
Yeah, we got a steal.
Yeah.
We got a steal. And that's how you got to look at it with the Browns and everything. Now, come Monday when I go to work and go places, I'm going to ask people, hey, do you think Flacco should be your starting quarterback now in September?
They're like, shut your mouth, Keith.
You know they is. You know they is. I mean, I'm just asking, hey, y'all was gun-ho for Flacco and everything, Hey. Now, let me ask you this. Yeah. Would you be open to Flacco coming as a backup?
No, there's no point. I don't know. I mean, sure, I
think, honestly, it's ran its course. You know what I'm saying? It's ran its course.
After you had today's performance, thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. But it's you know what he did? He pulled a Brian Sipe kind of with the Brian Sipe and the Kodiak kids. It was fun while it lasted. but you threw the interception. You threw the
He
interception.
did the Don Strock, basically. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, don't get me wrong.
He shit the bed, Keith. He shit the bed.
I mean, how can I say this? I'll say, I mean, you know, it. How can I say? I can find other people that could be the backup quarterback next year.
Right. I think DTR, if you give him another year, I don't.
Give DTR another year, he'll be way better than he was this past year.
I mean, PJ Walker, anybody?
No.
It looked like PJ Walker the second half, though, wasn't it? Didn't he look like PJ Walker?
Yeah. I might give Carson Wentz a try. You know, hey.
Yeah.
I do something like that where it's a more valuable, younger option. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. But like I said, I think the Flacco era is come and gone.
It was, like I said, it was fun while it lasted. But
it was fun while it lasted.
Everybody failed today. Flacco failed. The defense failed. But Bojorquez was shitty punting it. Let's be real.
It was like you were going out with that girl you don't need to be fucking with.
That's right. And
and you just wing it. You just take it for the pros.
We got as much out of it as,
She fun. She liked to drink. She liked to smoke. She liked to do the other thing and everything. Just fun.
Right.
But in reality,
it's not sustainable.
Yeah, it's not sustainable. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they've been telling people all this time. It's like, Flacco's not a long-range plan. He was like, "Oh, you only signed Flacco to a 3-year contract." I'm like,
those people are. I don't know who those people are, but seriously, you live a different life, and you know what? God bless you for it. God bless whatever.
What? Like, really? Flacco's be my age by the time contract's over with. Like, no. But anyway, do you think Miles gonna get defensive player of the year?
Yes, absolutely, and rightfully so. It's a regular season award, and he was the best defensive player in the regular season. Now, did he do shit today? No.
I don't think he's gonna get it.
Do you think they're gonna give it to Micah or TJ?
Might give it to TJ Watt.
You know, Browns fans will just go crazy. They'll just go crazy.
They will, but think about this. Miles kind of went MIA for a few weeks during the regular season.
I know. But
TJ before getting hurt, he was impactful in almost every Pittsburgh game.
Yeah, I think CJ's the more consistent.
Like if you watch, check out, if you watch every Pittsburgh game, you always hear Watt's name.
I know.
How many times did you hear Myles Garrett's name today?
Not every game.
And I'm not dissing on him or shitting on him or whatever like that. 'Cause I love Myles Garrett. I got like 2 or 3 of his jerseys.
Yeah, that's love.
At the house. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. But I just got to keep it 100. It's like, I don't think he's going to get defensive player of the year.
So
I don't think Micah Parsons going to get it either.
I think that there's an element. Look, let's be real. You watch the and one thing we didn't get into much, and I don't know what you think. The NFL refereeing today, man, that Njoku, that was pass interference. That was, I mean, there was some bullshit calls, like there really was. And I feel like it's the same thing with these player awards and coaches awards. I feel like you're right. I think Myles Garrett will win defensive. I think he's done enough. I think there's been enough groundswell. Okay. But I can see where he gets screwed. It's the Cleveland. I don't know what it is, Keith. If he didn't win it, I would not be surprised. I'm like, oh, that's just, you know what I'm saying? It feels like he could get robbed. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, it's a good possibility. It
just seems like it always happens. Look at Albert Bell at 95. He deserved the MVP over Mo Vaughn.
Heck yeah, he deserved it over Mo Vaughn. But Mo Vaughn asked one. I was like, what? Dude only hit 30 home runs. Albert Bell hit 50.
50 and
drove in like 100-something RBI, 120 RBIs.
At a 316. I have the stats. If you ever want to check out Ed in Columbus on X or Twitter. I have a breakdown of most long, and I've put it up quite a few times because it just disgusts me to this day, the number disparity between those two.
And we swept their ass and sit their asses.
3-0, that's right. The division series, we said, get your bitch asses back.
Because see, me, I can't stand the Red Sox. I can't.
I know. He's a Yankees fan. That's right. I forgot.
You goddamn right.
You hate them more
Evil
than I do.
Empire. And
I
we
hate them.
back. We just got Marcus Stroman.
See, there's things to be happy about. The Brown season is over with, but Yankee season will soon be in full swing.
Yes, you got Marcus Stroman. But anyway, like I said, I was like, how they rob Albert Bell? And that's how I'm looking at it with the defensive player of the year with Miles. I mean,
I could see it. I could see it. Don't want to.
Just think about this. Hal Martin Emerson didn't give a touchdown up all year long. Had the lowest pass percentage as a cornerback. Didn't get named.
To the Pro Bowl.
Didn't even get named as an alternate.
I don't get that one. I think he's better than the ones that are going. Like
He
like
actually the best corner.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. All of
we
them.
got.
That's what I said.
He played in all 18.
I know.
All 18.
Now he didn't have a good game today.
No, nobody had a good game today. I don't think nobody had a good game. Only one that had a good game was J.O.K.
Yep.
He was like a missile everywhere. Too bad he was playing by himself, because I ain't hear nothing from our defensive tackles that we spent money on, or other defensive ends that we spent money on.
Yeah.
All I heard was J.O.K. Hickman.
Jeez, he had. Oh my God, he had
a nightmare. You know what the Hickman game reminded me of, especially when the guy ran for that 79-yard touchdown. Reminded me of the Ohio State game.
Michigan, you're going Sean Springs, aren't you? In '96. I knew you were going there.
I'm going to Michigan last year.
Oh, going Michigan.
I'm going Michigan in 2022. Remember all them big plays Michigan got?
Yes.
You remember all them big plays Michigan and Georgia got in the second half of the Ohio State Georgia game and the Ohio State Michigan game? That's what it reminded me of. I'm like,
I was going. I went back to '96. I was thinking Sean Springs and that 13-9 game that they lost when he slipped or whatever against.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
Yeah, and like I said, it was the wrong time to have headlights on. Be a deer in the headlights. It was the wrong time.
I saw Roger Goodell was at the game. That's always nice, and the commissioner's there to see you get your ass.
Yeah, he was there. It was embarrassing. Get beat
really
when you
was.
the only show in town, when you the only show on TV, everybody in the country is watching you. And everybody looking like, oh, Cleveland faking the fuck.
I'm just glad they didn't put a 50 spot on us.
It wasn't like they couldn't have.
I know. What's on, man?
It wasn't like they couldn't have. I was like, man.
I hear rumor is 5:30 Monday, MLK Day. We like sports. Keith, join us. You'll be there, right? Monday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll be there.
I know you're so excited right now. We're so excited. Can't you see the looks on our faces? But I think we're gonna have Jay back from Houston, so he can rub it in.
Oh, wait.
So I just wanted to give you a heads up that if you think it sucks now, join us 5:30 Monday on the We Like Sports show, and we promise that it hopefully won't suck for you. Probably might suck for us considering the topics that we're going to talk about.
I'm just gonna put a mask on and just put a Bane mask on and just.
You know what I was thinking we could do, and this will give us some time, but I'm just thinking that maybe we should. The great debate will be back, so we can always do that. And I'm sure a lot of it's going to be Brown centric. I think that there's a lot of things we need to do an autopsy on, maybe be regular season or maybe just a specific game. But I think there's so much to unpack. And I think the great debate will focus, unfortunately, on the Browns' first playoff game in 3 years that ended in Houston 45-14. And when I say that score, it reminds me of the Ohio State 41-14 Florida drubbing by Urban Meyer against Jim Tressel.
I will say this as far as ending this season. For the Browns that will be here next year, let this motivate you for this bullshit not to happen next year. And hopefully we have better health maintained next year.
I think it's almost impossible that we don't. Like, how could it get worse? I know I say that, and hopefully I'm wrong, but seriously, we have to be more healthy next year, because I don't know who else they could have taken down this year. Quarterback, right tackles, starting running back, kickers. I mean, right tackles, left tackles. I mean, you name it, Keith. Who didn't get injured this year?
Because, man, if I have to see Hudson or Christian back on that offensive line
I'm gonna
later
start
on this year,
playing. I'm gonna start playing tackles. I'm not
it's
good.
going to be big trouble. Trouble, because, man, no. Uh, no. And it seemed like the guys that Houston were missing the first time in December were the guys that made the difference
Yeah,
today.
one being C.J. Stroud, obviously. But yeah, you're
Two
right.
being Willie Anderson, because
Yes,
he
that was
made a good stop on Kareem Hunt
yes, he
on the
did.
play, forcing a fourth down on that
Making
play when Flacco threw that second pick six.
make the right draft choices. See what happens.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Like I said, only 4 people came off the bus.
They should have saved on travel costs and stuff like that, and just like I said, just brought those 4, and then just got some people in Houston and say, "Hey, do you want to wear a jersey and suit up today? Here you go." Because I mean, it couldn't have been worse. I mean, at least there would have been an excuse as to why, like, hey, this is Sue. She works in accounting. She's not really a football player, but she just got
Yeah,
burned like Greg Newsome just got burned. But I mean, she could do exactly what Greg Newsome did, right? Or Ronnie Hickman,
yeah,
who got burned. I mean, she could have done that, right?
yeah. Because the
Dave from
thing is,
HR.
like I said, the disappointing thing is, it ain't the fact that the offense kind of lost steam, really, after that first pick six. Really, after that first pick
That was
six, it was like pack them up, time to fly back home to Cleveland, and you know. But the fact that the defense really set the losing tone,
yeah,
they
they
just
started
couldn't
it.
stop nobody, and that was alarming. As far as Joe Flacco throwing 2 interceptions and all that, he
Like I
been
said,
doing that.
if you're surprised about that, you
Yeah,
haven't been watching
he
Joe
been doing
Flacco.
that ever since. I've been bringing light to that every week.
Yep.
I've been singing that band song every week. No damn turnovers. No damn. It's gonna catch up. It's gonna come to a time when you playing a team with a better offense. It's gonna come back to bite you. Hell, sad part about it, Houston didn't even have offense. Probably only gained about 10 yards in the third quarter.
Yeah, right. I mean, they're just running it back against Joe Flacco.
Like I said, but hopefully this coming 2024 season for the ones that's still going to be here, they will use this loss as motivation for it not to happen next year.
Here's an idea, Cleveland Browns. You want to make life easier. You haven't done it since 1989. Win the division.
When I'm going to tell this, when the division, and to all those people that was making these songs and praising, talking about they're going to be a certain person going to be on Mount Rushmore or a statue built. Have that same energy for the current quarterback that's going to be your quarterback in September, damn it. Because to me, if you're praising one and not praising the other, your bitch ass ain't a real Browns fan. For real. Go fuck around and go suck on the Steelers, you know what's. Or go suck on Lamar's, you know what's. But if you going to go praise this one person that just came in November and then shit on the person that's been here since the beginning, working, synergizing with this team, you're not a fan anyway. You just a casual motherfucker. For real. You just a casual motherfucker, and we don't need you.
Keith, I have heard those in their defense, in those casual motherfuckers'
They
defense.
ain't got no damn defense. Fuck that. They ain't even fucking with this team.
Here's their defense, Keith. They want to suck off Lamar. They're just afraid that, hey, look, Keith, you know what I'm saying? They got to move. They got to move you out of the way. They said, hey, you love Lamar. You love Lamar, but they're trying. Like I love
Lamar, but 2 times I want Cleveland to fuck him up.
Okay, all right.
Well, actually, 3 times if you put Dallas. Well, Dallas will be on that schedule next year, so it's 3 times in
Okay.
2024. I
All right.
want his ass grass.
Fair enough. See, that goes out to all the people out there that because they ask me all the time. They're like, Ed, we love Locked On Sports 216. I get at work, I go to, we love Locked On 216, but they tell me all the time, your buddy Keith, the host, they say, I think he's got to love Jones for Lamar. I think he's got to love Jones for Lamar.
No, but like I said, all these people, they love Jones for a guy that just came in for 5 games is way bigger than mine. I ain't making songs about Lamar. I ain't saying they need to build a statue of Lamar. Oh, put a statue of him as the old Browns.
No. That'd be kind of funny.
No, like
Better than
I
any
said,
current one they got. I mean,
that same energy y'all motherfuckers was showing for Joe
I
Flacco,
get.
praising this dude. You put that same energy into Deshaun because he's going to need all the support that he can get. God damn it!
No,
And damn it,
yeah.
damn it.
I mean, damn it, I'm with you. Damn it. And I'll say this:
He's part of the Browns, and if you're gonna accentuate and all that, you're not a real goddamn fan.
Well,
Just not a real damn fan. People looking at me like I'm crazy when I'm saying Deshaun start next year. Huh? What you mean? Motherfucker, you not a fan. Get the fuck. Take the orange and brown off. Matter of fact, take that shit off.
See, well, here's the thing. Like, I think I always said this. It's just about like.
And that's the thing. The only thing that really got me boiling.
No, that's fair, but
inside.
I think it's a problem. It's not just with the whole Browns quarterback situation. It's our country. It's the way the media divides us. You know what I'm saying? It's just this year. You know what I'm saying? Whether you like who wins the president, we should all be Americans and should always root for the president to succeed. It's saying like the quarterbacks. We didn't pick the quarterbacks, but whoever the quarterback is, you should root for them to the Browns quarterback and root for them to succeed.
Exactly.
Whether you voted for Joe Biden or not, you should still root for the United States. Right?
Because truthfully, I wasn't the biggest Baker fan when they drafted him.
Right.
But since he had on number 6 and he was orange and brown, he was my guy.
Right.
He was my guy. If he was coming out to lead the team on, I'm all for it. But these people is like pointing out this, that, the other, and I'm like, the dude 5-1. What is you talking about? Y'all gave more praise to motherfuckers that was going 2-13.
Look, I love controversy, but because of your son, and he said, "Dad, don't do it. Don't get canceled." He said, "Don't get canceled." But I want to say something right now, and then I don't want an answer. I don't want anything. I just want to throw this out there. Do you think, and do many others think? I'll put it that way. That if our quarterback at the Cleveland Browns, because some of the same allegations, not the same, but the sexual allegations against Deshaun, Ben Roethlisberger had sexual allegations against him. Do you feel that the people that say I don't like Watson because of the allegations, do you feel like if it was Roethlisberger as the quarterback, meaning a change of, I don't know, you know what I'm saying, that
you
they
didn't
would still be on with the
check
Browns?
out? Did you hear about them allegations with Ben? After he came back,
did I hear about? I mean, but no, not when he came back. No, you're. I know what you're saying. The media didn't bring it up in every single game that he played in. Yes, that is correct.
Factor, but you don't have to look at me like that. I said you don't have to look at me like that. Look at you like what, Teddy?
Sure.
Look at you like what? I'm just keeping it 100 here. Root for your guy. That's your team.
Yeah.
That's part of your team.
It's like the whole Baker thing. I made jokes about Baker, but I still wanted him to go out there and win games for the Browns.
Hell yeah, I wanted him to go out there and
but
win
I'm still
games.
going to make jokes. Just like the whole, yeah.
I remember when the Browns beat the Steelers. My son got so mad at me, he started to get me banned on Facebook Live.
Oh.
He wanted to cancel me then because
Hell yeah.
I was going in and I kept saying, yeah, we sent them yellow and black bitches home. I said, look at Ben and Marquise Pouncey crying like two little girls on the sidelines after the game. And my son was heated, Ed.
Well, good. That's always good.
He was heated. He was pissed off to the highest degree.
At you or just a situation or what? I mean, what was his channeling this pissed offness at?
Well, we finally kicked their ass in the playoffs and we put them out. And you got to think it was boiling because Pittsburgh, well, actually, the Pittsburgh team reminds me of the Philadelphia Eagles this year, where they started off 11.
When
When they
were like
started off
11
11 and 0,
and
yeah. And then they just fell apart.
Choked. Yeah.
Yeah, they just fell apart. But like I said, all I'm saying is don't get offended because it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. It ain't no fun. And I mean, everybody was praising at Deshaun's expense, nitpicking, saying, oh, he's sitting up in the skybox during the game in LA.
I would, well, with that honey, I would be too. With that honey, I would be too.
But the Browns' policy is that if you're on injury reserve and he was about to have surgery, he had to be up in the skybox. And plus, other players that was on injury reserve was up there.
I guess what it comes down to is I'm always.
But nobody mentioned them. But think about it. When Ben came back, nobody mentioned that stuff about Ben.
Are you saying there's a narrative? That's me.
I ain't saying it's a narrative. It's the truth. Nobody mentioned that stuff about Ben. Plus, Pittsburgh was winning too. So, but nobody ever nitpicked on him. Only thing you heard that came out with the Ben thing was the Antonio Brown situation. And when Ben started having his own radio show and he started undressing some of his players on the show after games, that was it.
Yeah. I feel like the media does that though with not just sports stars, who they pick, who they choose, who they like. They do it in politics as well. I just think that
they do it big time in politics.
It's unfair, and I do think, look, whether Deshaun, look, you don't have to like him, this or that. I just think if you don't like him, you don't always have to state that in we know about the allegations, we know about this. I don't think you always have to bring it up every 5 seconds, and I get that.
Or throw up his contract in his face.
That's annoying. I get that. Just talk about it. If you want to say that he hasn't lived up to expectations, that's fine. But okay, but it doesn't have to be using the contract, using this as your points and your number 1 and number 2 points. It's old. It's tiring. Find something new or a different angle to come at. That's all.
Yes.
That's all.
Now I will say this: going into next season, rust better not be an excuse.
Thank you. I'm glad you said that because I don't want to fucking hear that word.
Better not be an excuse. I don't want to hear shit.
No.
Because I think he can learn a few things from Flacco. Honestly, how the way to run the offense and everything. I honestly do. Because I was looking at things and stuff.
He runs a good offense. He just throws stupid balls sometimes.
Yeah. And think about this: Flacco was unemployed till November for a reason.
He was on the couch. He needs to go back to the couch, Keith. Go back to the couch.
Yeah. I mean, hell, he had a good career. You know what I'm saying? He had a good career. I ain't mad. He got a Super Bowl ring and all that. And he led this team to the playoffs. So, hey.
Joe Flacco shows who Joe Flacco always is. When he played for the Ravens, what did he do? He made sure the Browns lost. And when he plays for the Browns, what does he do? He made sure the Browns lost. He didn't change his stripes. We were all fooled. We were all fooled. But he is what he is.
Yes, he is who he is. And like I said, going on 2024 forward, get behind the whole team.
Yeah, well,
don't pick. Don't make your picks. That's all I'm saying. Get behind the whole team. Support them all. Support them all. Hell, I was like, damn. When Baker was saying things and stuff, I was like, God damn, dude.
I still ate cheesecake with Baker. So I was.
I already know what you're talking about. I
don't know what I'm talking about now.
Oh, I know. She was on the
Rover show.
Yes, you got on the Rovers show.
Yeah,
I was like, oh
I
damn.
saw. Yes, I saw.
Oh damn.
Yeah, that's what happens when the Browns get blown out. This is where we
Yeah,
go. This
this
is where we
this
go.
the shit that we have to talk about.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
See, damn it, defense.
Yeah,
Damn
look
it,
what you
y'all should
did.
have showed up. See what the hell y'all done did. Damn it. Damn,
Cheesecake does sound good though. Cheesecake.
it does. It does. Especially golden Oreo cheesecake.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask you what's your favorite kind. I mean, but I think you're kind of
Golden Oreo, I like golden Oreo. I like it with strawberries. I like the
strawberries. Yeah,
regular Oreo. I'm
yeah.
just a cheesecake fanatic.
Oh, that sounds so good, right? Especially after a loss, I need some sweets. You know, the Mountain Dew's good, but I think I need something else for my palate. Watching all that bad football, I got a bad taste in my mouth right now. Ugh.
It was like, what could you say? It was like, after a while, what a lot of people realize is, like I always said, if you gotta lose, get blown out, it flushes out your system real quick. Even though it tastes bad,
Yeah.
then losing close where you let CJ Stroud drive down 95 yards late, that's excruciating.
But I think here's the thing, Keith, though. Like, I understand what you're saying, but for a proven team like that we are, like, what kind of scares me is that, like, this defense is like, if we would have played a close game and lost, like, it's like, okay, we lost circumstances, but the fact that we got blown out, is Jim Schwartz the right guy for defense? Is this what is wrong? Like, seriously, did CJ Stroud just figure out something that other teams are just going to do now? Like, what is it with this defense now that it's kind of like, I got more questions now, and I don't feel good, and I don't know. Like, I understand your point, and a lot of things at times, I think 99% of the time that would fit that equation, but I think in this scenario, especially with the defense, it's like the Buckeyes sometimes against Michigan, you know, going up to them and they gave up in the loss, especially the 2022 game in Columbus. It's like, what the fuck happened? You know?
Right. Exactly. That's what I read. But Ed, you're right. I actually want to know what the fuck was going on down there.
Yes, like, seriously. Flacco flacked around. See. That's the thing. These people are going to say, "Well, Flacco is 237." No, that's to be expected. I'm not even fretting about.
I'm not even shocked.
Defense.
The defense really shocked me. That threw me for a loop. I didn't expect that. You gave up still 31 points on defense.
Yeah. Right. Right. That's not. Yeah. Exactly.
31 points on defense, and then Flacco did throw a gas can on the fire, but the house was already burning down.
Yeah, he just put the accelerator and he just put on some more lighter
fluid. Yeah, he put the lighter fluid down and he scorched it. It was like,
he's like, yeah.
It's like, come on. It was like, oh, man. And the crazy part is all the Browns' deficiencies came to light today.
Yep.
All their deficiencies came to light and it came back to bite them. We were the most turnover-prone team in the league. It came back to bite us.
Check mark, check.
Defense gives up big plays.
Check.
Came back to bite them. I mean,
Flacco throws interceptions. Check.
Check. Up the middle, our defense is kind of questionable. Check. Our starting safeties out and they just going to town. Oh, and actually, Ed, you right. They could have scored 50 on us. Remember that one pass play?
That's right.
CJ Stroud. Yep. That dude had Hickman by about 10 yards.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't know who it was. It had Hickman by 10 yards.
Was it Nico Collins?
It might have been.
I think it was Nico Collins, yeah.
Might have been.
I think it was Nico. He was wide open.
Yeah. So it was ugly.
They could have put
it was ugly. It was ugly. Well, like I said, it drove me from football today.
He's like, I don't even want to. It's 10-0 Kansas City, by the way. Just letting the audience know.
I ain't surprised.
I'm not either.
I ain't surprised at all and everything. It's like, ooh, Tuesday gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Tuesday's gonna be real interesting. Real interesting. Tuesday. I wonder what the debate gonna be.
It's Monday. We're doing it Monday this time.
Oh, Monday. Shit.
Monday, yeah, not
My
Monday. Yep,
fault.
Monday. Yeah,
Monday.
we're going MLK Day is our special day. Why not have a great debate on MLK Day? It makes sense to me, and plus I'm off that day, so thank you, Martin Luther
And we're
King.
going to have the guy from Houston.
Yeah, well, that's not fun. I don't know. This is what Peyton decided to do, and I'm like, Vince, why you got to do all this crap? And but
Vince a Stiller fan.
I know he did wish me he wished me good luck. And I wish the Steelers good luck only because I
You
think it'd be
think the
better.
Steelers actually give us good luck?
Well, no, only the fact I wanted them to win because in case we won, eventually.
Yeah. But you know what I think on all the end was? I think we looked ahead of Houston.
I think so too.
If you really sum it all up, we looked ahead of Houston and figured, they just gonna be an easy touch. CJ Stroud's a rookie. Will Anderson's a rookie. D'Amico Ryans is a rookie head coach.
Well, put
Damn,
Houston
they took
ahead
it to
of
us.
the Browns. I think the Houston Texans, unfortunately, I think that now moves them ahead of us when it comes to the pecking order because I don't know what Deshaun's going to be like when he comes back. I'm not being a Deshaun hater, but I don't know what he's like. I know what CJ Stroud's probably going to be like, and he's probably only going to get better. You give the Texans more pieces, which are going to have draft picks. I'd have to put them ahead of us. They kicked our ass today. So, so I think they're one notch ahead of us. And, you have other teams like that will be dropping down. I think the Dolphins maybe take another step back next year. I think the Bills will take another step back next year. Hopefully the Steelers will. So, the Browns have a chance to be in that top, pecking order again. It's just you got to contend with the Houston Texans in the next 10 years. Now, it's just like the Browns had to deal with the moon.
I think this year, I think this upcoming year, I think Deshaun is going to be locked and loaded because
I hope so.
Because if you don't think he heard a lot of these things people been saying,
yeah, well,
they've
been saying a lot of shit. They've been talking a lot.
Yeah, they've been praising Flacco at Deshaun's expense. A lot of people don't want to hear it, but it's the truth. They've been praising him at his expense, and I hope he keeps receipts and makes everybody pay.
You hope he's a Baker Mayfield. Is that what you hope?
Hey, if that can give you an edge to get you back to where you used to be.
Yeah.
And the thing is, what people don't understand, and I'm going to say this, and the thing is, what people don't understand, granted, you get Nick Chubb back.
Yeah.
Granted, he comes back, and granted that he's healthy, and granted, Nick Chubb can be at least 80 to 85 to 90% of who he was. Deshaun doesn't have to do what he was doing in Houston.
No, we've said, and that's the one thing we've said all year on Locked On Sports. Yep.
Yeah, he doesn't have to do what he's doing on Houston. He doesn't have to throw, because you got to think, the year they went 4-12 and he threw for 5,000 yards, a lot of those yards was because they was behind in a lot of games.
Yeah. We need a Will Fuller. Speaking of those Houston teams, what the Browns are missing? They're missing
a burner at wide receiver.
Will Fuller. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
They're missing a burner at wide receiver.
Yep.
Like we said, they're missing a wide receiver, and they are missing a middle linebacker. Don't get me wrong, Elijah Moore is cool, but
he's a third. He's third. He's a third receiver in my eye.
He's a slot receiver. Yes, he's a slot receiver. Yep. They need a second guy to go with Cooper.
Yes.
If they decide to keep Cooper.
Well, they better, because who else do they get? They better.
I'm just telling you.
That's
saying.
Fair.
I'm just saying. If they decide to keep Cooper.
Fair enough.
If they decide. Because you know how things go in March.
Yes.
And they start evaluating and everything like that.
Yeah.
You be finding out people get cut, waived all the time. Due to salary. They might say, hey, Coop, we might need you to restructure. Coop might not want to do that shit this time. He made the Pro Bowl and everything. He like
set the Browns record of receiving of 265.
Yeah, but 265. Even though I think they're gonna figure out a way to keep him.
I think so too. I would hope.
It behooves them to do that.
I would tend to agree.
But it also behooves them. They gotta find a young wide out that can get deep.
Yes.
I don't want no has-been. I don't want somebody that's been around for 10, 12 years, or somebody that's went from team to team, or somebody that didn't. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no rehashments.
You don't want Andre Rison again?
No. Do like Baltimore did when they got Zay Flowers or somebody. You got to get somebody.
Yeah.
It's enough dudes that you can scout in college that you can get.
See,
You got a second round pick this year.
I think that's what they thought DPJ was going to turn into, and he never did.
Because Tillman, he's okay, but he's a fourth receiver.
Yeah, I agree. Like, let's get keep the Browns need to get serious with the wide receiver position. It's Amari Cooper and a bunch of just Jags.
They need to get serious at the wide receiver position and get serious at the Mike linebacker position. Don't get me wrong, Anthony Walker's been cool, but you know what he's been the last 2 years for the Browns?
Hurt.
Thank you. Thank you. May I explain more? Lawrence Phillips, what is this? Lawrence Phillips or whatever? The guy Phillips? Number 50?
Jacob Phillips.
Jacob Phillips. Yeah. Fast as I don't know what, but you know what he's been the last 2-3 seasons?
Injured, hurt, never off the field. It's off the field.
Your best ability in the NFL is availability.
It's a violent sport. I need you on the field. Sorry.
Yeah, need you on the field. Yeah. And the Browns got to find a linebacker or something. They got to figure that out.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, the defense identity is soft. Hey, they don't got that dog in the middle. The dog to lead the kennel in the middle.
I want the one with the rabies too.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about right there. One with the rabies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One with the rabies, but they gotta figure that out. And they might have to figure safety out.
Yeah, I would tend to agree. They need to do, if nothing else, a hard reevaluation, and then yes, I think one or two pieces need to be shuffled around.
Delpit is a dog.
Yeah,
when healthy. Yeah. I like DeAnthony. What's his name? DeAnthony Bell.
Yeah.
He's nice. Hickman.
We'll see.
He had a bad game. We'll see. Yeah, he had a bad game. Thornhill.
If he's gonna get overpaid. I mean, I know he tweets out or X's or posts things on Twitter, and fans love him for whatever reason, but it doesn't equate to the actual play on the field. You know, when it reminds me of John Johnson III, it's like we get these safeties or whatever, they come here and they play it good for a couple games, but reality, you look at their season stats and stuff, like, I don't know. I mean, not for the money.
Yeah, exactly. So, like I said, they got to figure some things out. But they definitely got to get a receiver. Definitely. And running back needs to be evaluated too.
Well, it all depends on Chubb's health. It depends, obviously. Yeah. I think Ford's coming back, but do you bring in another cat? I think Kareem Hunt probably exits. I mean, even if you bring him back, I mean, every year he's getting older and older. Like, let's be real. I don't
say that you might have to draft somebody.
I agree. I would agree with that assessment. I would definitely agree.
Because I'm not really enamored with Ford too much, because to me, tippy toes too much.
Yes. He doesn't know what north and south is.
And there was a lot of things I think that there were holes there, but he was tiptoeing where he didn't take them. I even seen it in the game today. And it's like, dude, you tiptoeing. It's like
he sees a hole and he just doesn't hit it. Or maybe he doesn't see it, and I don't know, but for whatever reason, the least path of resistance, he never does that.
I would like to see more Pierre Strong, to be honest.
Yeah, I think he's a good third option, but I would definitely. They need to find another number two.
They need to find another number two. Yeah,
whether it's Ford or somebody else, but I definitely think that number two, Chubb's going to be number one no matter what. If he's 70% of what he was, he's going to be your number one dog. I get that, but I think your number two is, and then you can have somebody like Strong, or maybe you find somebody, and maybe Ford, he could be number three. That'd be good if you find somebody better, and then I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Man, Dearness Johnson sure would have went good on this team.
Well, he does hit the holes. I mean, he's good. He's a better zone.
Yes.
I think he's a better zone blocking runner.
Yes. So, I mean, there's some things the Browns got to figure out. Offensive line, they got to figure that out too. For real. What you gonna do with Jedrick Wills? Even though I think they picked up his option.
Yeah.
But I think they kind of stuck with Jedrick Wills because unless they decide to pick one the next year.
Well, you know what? We've talked about this a few times. I mean, the more and more like he played, I don't know if he got better, but honestly, the more and more you saw other players play, he didn't seem as bad as he was. So you know what I'm saying? So maybe it's not a bad problem to have because what else are you going to get anyways?
Remember it when he got hurt? I said you're going to really miss him.
Yes, and we did. I mean, like I said, he looks better when he doesn't play. He gets better when he doesn't play because then you realize how much you know what I'm saying. And then, but when he plays,
His
so you hate him.
only sin is he came after Joe Thomas, and he isn't Joe Thomas.
Yeah.
That's what his only deficiency for real. He isn't Joe Thomas.
Just like when he did, like that Kalen DeBoer down in Alabama. Would you want to follow Nick Saban? Would you want to be Gerard Mayo? Follow Bill Belichick?
That's gonna be rough.
Yeah. I mean, you got to take the job. It's a job. You got to take it. I get that. But at the same time, it's like, whoa.
Right. I like DeJuan Jones.
I do too.
All right, Taco. I do like DeJuan Jones, but you're going to pretty soon have to make a decision with Bitonio, Hosick, and Teller. Because you're not going to be able to continue paying all three of them.
One of those big contracts, I think, has to be,
Yeah. So they got a lot of decisions they got to make.
Well, they should have made sure they made better decisions today, and our season would still be alive.
And like I said, I think they went to the game entitled. Like they figured that they just had to just show up. And they found out that is not the case.
That's the thing. Like we got our ass kicked. I just still like to think about how the game was going to go. I never thought you said 45-14.
I never thought that either.
Yeah.
Never in a million years.
I thought you would have said that. I would have thought it'd be the Browns winning.
Yeah.
Not the other way around.
Yeah. I never thought that either. And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, this will conclude our football section of Locked On Sports with the Browns coverage and all. We'd like to thank everybody that's chimed in the previous Browns games and stuff on the Browns Sundays. Everybody's chimed in. And reminder that Locked On Sports does come on Thursdays at 6 p.m. Right, Thursdays at 6 p.m. And one thing that still will be going on is the last man standing, and the Browns are out of that countdown. Next week. They won't be in the countdown.
Well, I just want to say thank you, Keith, for a wonderful Browns game day editions of Locked On Sports 216 pre and post game, as this is our obviously final one of the 2023 season. But I just want to say, Keith, thank you. And you know what? I'll say this. We were undefeated. Hey, the Browns may have been a total of 11-7 if you count the playoff loss, but we were undefeated, and it's been a fun journey, my friend.
Yes, definitely. It has been a fun journey. The season went quick, if you really think about it. Let's think about it. I was showing the board where we was predicting who was going to win the games and everything, and it just went fast. This went real fast. Matter of fact, I could show it up on the board now and everything. Look at this. Look at this. Keith's AFC North standings. Wow. Actually, if you really think about it, I did get the last three records correct: second, third, and fourth place teams.
You did. Wow, look at that.
Their records. I got their records. I just got the teams wrong.
That's right. Yeah, you're correct. Yep.
I just got the teams wrong. Then you got AFC North yours.
Yes.
You got the last three correct. Just got the.
Yeah. Like I said, I think we did a good job. Like I said, it was the Cincinnati Bengals that screwed us both up, but that's because Burrow got hurt,
Yeah, exactly. But all four teams did finish over 500. Shout out to the AFC North for that. And like I said, we'll be coming back on Thursday at 6 Eastern. When we'll be talking about the Cavaliers And pretty soon in the month, the Guardians. Even though I mean,
If we have to, right?
yeah, it is what it is. But I like to thank you, Ed, for coming on and everything. I like to thank you and everything, and I like to thank everybody that's came on, made comments and stuff, and supported the show and whatnot and everything. And hey, share with a friend. Get more people on. Share with a friend because we use our unadulterous opinions on this show.
Yeah, tell us we're an idiot. That's fine. I love that. Tell me I'm
exactly.
wrong. I love it.
Yes,
So yes.
yes. So tell us that you're gonna take your stuff back. You're not returning nothing and nothing like that. Tell us.
Right.
Tell us. It is what it is.
That's right.
Exactly. But hey, we about to get up off of here. This is your man Keith Allen, along with my man Ed in Columbus for Locked On Sports 216. We are out. See you soon. Enjoy the rest of the football season and the playoffs. And unfortunately, the Houston Texans beat the Cleveland Browns 45-14. And we're out. Locked On Sports 216. Cleveland Browns postgame for the final time. Signing out. Peace.
Here we go, brownies, here we go. Here we go, brownies, here we go. Here we go, brownies, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, brownies, here we go. Here we go, brownies, here we go. Here we go, brownies, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Cleveland is the city and town, orange and brown. You know what's going down. We reppin' that dog pound. Fans going crazy. Dogs want a bone. Offense headed straight to the end zone. Ground game, pound game. This is our season. Now we need to stop. Let's go defense, special team, running back 6 for the score. Extra point good and the whole crowd roar. Here we go, brownies, here we go. Here we go, brownies, here we go. Here we go, brownies, here we go. Here we go.